SummerSlam coming up, and still waiting for a bunch of matches. We've only got 5 on the card at this point. But one thing that I'm really curious to hear your thoughts about here, Phil, because the the situation with Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest are 2 world champions. Do you feel like Cody and Damian are getting kind of pushed down a little bit? Damian's reign has been completely overshadowed by Punk and McIntyre. I mean, completely, from the second it started until right now, and unfortunately had the missed kick out, which didn't help. But Cody is in a weird place because right now, even though he's in this feud with the Bloodline, everybody's waiting for Roman to come back. Mm-hmm. What's Roman coming back? What's he going to do? And I almost feel like Cody is suffering because of this. And Roman better get back at SummerSlam and kind of get this sorted out, because I think the champ's getting hurt. This better be a hell of a match coming up at SummerSlam with Solo Sikoa. And I'm even wondering, how does Solo come out on this? Does Roman cost him the match so we get the like a double Bloodline feud and get him away from Cody? But I don't know. I feel like Cody's just been getting lost a little bit in the shuffle too. Do you feel that way?
I do feel that way, and I feel bad for feeling that way. On the Damian Priest side, I've loved Damian Priest since he was on the Independents, and when he went up to WWE, I'm like, this is great, and we started getting more and more attention. I'm like, this is great. He cashes in Money in the Bank. This is amazing. And now there's like sort of a ... like I'm waiting for something to load. And I feel bad for that because I know what he can do.
Yeah.
I feel like there's been some odd starts, but you're right. I think part of that is too, was lost in that Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Seth Rollins deal and that feud. And it was almost like you were paying more attention to that than Damian Priest being the champion. Okay. That's fine. Let that story play out. And, now he's going to be over here with Gunther, who has gotten so much attention himself now that he's coming for this championship. I feel like Damian Priest is the guy they want, but not the champion they need.
That's a good way to put it. And I feel like this reign is going to come to an end for him.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther's going to win somehow, but I think this is going to be the point where the Judgment Day implodes. So I have a feeling something's going to happen with Finn Balor taking him out and costing him the title.
Right.
But, and that's going to be the end to a reign for a great wrestler and a great guy who should have been a great champion. And I hope he'll get another shot down the road, but he's going to be blocked by, one side, Cody Rhodes, and the whole thing with Roman and the Bloodline and the Rock hanging around. And on the other side, you got to imagine at some point Punk and McIntyre, and they're saying Seth Rollins may end up being a special referee for that match. If Punk does get cleared. So, he's going to get shoved down the card. And obviously if Finn does something, they're going to be fighting for a while. So off you go.
Yeah.
I mean, this is tough.
Well, I said the Bloodline Judgment Day is having the problem that a lot of heel teams get in wrestling. This is not a unique WWE problem where, oh gosh, they're such a serious, diabolical team. Oh, now they're the comedy fodder. Now we're laughing at them. Now we're making fun of them. So I feel like the end is nigh for Judgment Day. It's coming. And I feel bad for that. I think it's a great pairing of individuals, but it's always been a little bit too like, when they added Dominic Mysterio, I'm like, this is not the fit. Even though he's involved in the storyline with Rhea, this isn't the right thing. And now like the whole gang is in on making the joke about Dominic. And then, and then Damian Priest is our champion. It's like, this is a lot for one group to be dealing with when they were supposed to be the maniacal masterminds. And well, now you have the Wyatt Six who've kind of come in and replaced, and now they're the diabolical team, but they're also the sympathetic team. So they're not the mayhem yet. It's all over the place. But that's also one of the good things about WWE is that anybody at any point can become champion, and you can believe it, that person can be champion. because they develop such intricacy inside of some of these storylines.
Yeah, I feel bad for Priest, and once again, like I said, I think the situation with Cody is going to get a little bit messed up too. But we're waiting for a Viper to strike for
Mm-hmm.
that, which I almost wonder if that shouldn't be the WrestleMania match, because I have a feeling that this, because here's where the Rock getting involved has created a little bit of a mess,
Mm-hmm.
because you were screaming Rock Roman is the match. Rock Roman is the end all be all. Everybody wants this match. Okay. So if you give me Rock Roman, where does that leave Cody Rhodes? What does that do with him? So I kind of am almost thinking that maybe they should pull an audible and let it be Cody and Randy at SummerSlam or at WrestleMania, and then do Rock Roman. And, you've got two really good main events, and then whatever you're going to do with have this Punk McIntyre, Seth Rollins, Triorca going crazy. Plus, if Gunther wins the world championship, who's going after Gunther? That's going to be, that's not a bad card. I mean, I'll take that at the top.
I'm curious where they're going to go with it, because, again, we also have the advantage of WrestleMania being a 2-day event, that you could have Roman and Rock night 1 and Cody and the winner of Rock Roman night 2. Maybe, I'm not saying that, who knows what they have planned for that, because there is so much up top right now. I feel like somewhere there in that mix, though, CM Punk wants a chance. So it's sort of like, what if you did Cody versus CM Punk and then The Rock versus Roman for the head of the bloodline? Because I feel like Solo, they've not now built up the bloodline without Roman. Well, now the story is going to be when Roman comes back, who is really the head of the table? And okay, here's Roman again. Oh, wait a minute, but was he really the head of the table the whole time? Here's The Rock. And so I think that might still be the match you'll get at Mania, with or without the championship.
Yeah, this is this SummerSlam, and that's why this Cody and Solo match and how this turns out is going to be a fascinating time to see where, if Roman shows up, which I think he's going to. I don't think they can hold him back anymore, but you never know. They might, but it is the biggest party of the summer. I can't imagine Roman Reigns is going to miss it. He likes a good drink, so I think he'll be there. But this could be an unbelievable run here at SummerSlam with all these titles. And if Punk gets cleared, and they're saying that he's about a week away, so we might finally get that Punk McIntyre match, and all hell's going to break loose there. So SummerSlam shaping up to be a lot of fun. And I see Justin Donnie in the chat box said I'm more hyped for Priest and Gunther. Man, I would be too if it wasn't for all this surrounding it. But because I love Gunther so much. I'm down with the big man. So we'll see how that turns out.